Hello my dudes and welcome back to the Steampunk Saga. Last episode we got this amazing building built. It's the warehouse. And we hired two of the very best couriers to work inside here. So let's jump in, because I have something to show you guys inside here. So yeah, thank you to Mixter in the comment section, because he mentioned that we didn't actually assign the couriers to work in the warehouse. And as you can see, Surma, Choof and Wolf, neither of them have been hired over here. So we can click on this and get these guys in their jobs over here at the warehouse, and as you can see, Sir Wolf is already on his way over. Now also between episodes we did a time-lapse build of the workshop add-on that goes next to the player house, so let's watch that go up because it's pretty cool. So part 2 of our player house. This add-on is the perfect space for us to put our basic create contraptions, the ones that are currently making a mess of the grassland nearby. Now you can feed power directly from the windmill that's included with the house on the right, but there's also a part of the build on the left that's designed to hold 3 large water wheels. So you can also feed that power in from the left. It's not a crazy amount of power, but it is perfect for getting those basic first machines in place. The building itself is a tiny bit more advanced than the house. We used a lot more stone brick for this build. We also used more red brick shingles on the roof, and of course, we used a lot of clay to make bricks that sprinkle in a bit more of that steampunk flavor. But even with those extra materials, the build remains a really simple one. So if you do want to join Patreon or become a YouTube member and hop on our Discord, you can grab those blueprints and build it without too much trouble. But there it is, the finished workshop looks fantastic. Now you guys are probably wondering, hang on a sec, why haven't I done any decoration between episodes? Well, the next step of things to do is to clear out loads and loads and loads of dirt. I mean like massive amounts of land clearance, so much so that it was just going to take me ages with my regular stone tools. So I got to thinking, is there a better way to clear out land using the mods we have? And you know what? I think there is. So Create offers us a way to build buildings just like a builder would in Minecolonies. It's called the Schematic Cannon, and this thing is a real beast. I've used this in other mod packs, and it is basically pretty simple. You give it a schematic, and it basically paints that schematic using gunpowder as fuel. You do have to give it the blocks, so it's not super cheaty, but it is a very cool machine. So we're going to see if we can make one of these. Now I know I haven't tidied up these machines yet. We will get them inside my Create workshop, but I wanted to get the schematic cannon done first, and the next episode we can have a big old tidy up and get our stuff inside the workshop. So the schematic cannon, what does this need? Let's put this on the left and see if we can get the details on how we build this. So yeah, it's not too tricky. Smooth stone, dispensers, blocks of iron, and any old wood. Okay, we can do that. Oh, now we do have a bit of a problem here. The cobblestone gen has been real hard at work. Almost too hard at work, because we've got like infinite cobblestone in here right now. Now there is a way for us to turn off machines if we don't want them on. And it's pretty cool and pretty handy to do that, because basically, if you don't turn off machines, they draw from the power, and it can be a problem later on if you have a lot of machines that are on that you're not using. It's basically like living at home and having all of the TVs in your house on. It's very wasteful. Not very Greta Thunberg of us. And the block we use to kind of stop that is a real simple one. It's called the, what is it called? Clutch, there we go. That came in clutch. And it's really simple to make as well. Redstone, andesite casing, and shafts. Like I think we kind of have everything from that. The casing, the shafts, and a bit of redstone from resources. There we go, and we can make one of these absolutely no sweat. We'll need several down the line. Also, we're going to want like a lever. So have I got any wood lying around or sticks? Are the sticks in natural? No. Oh yeah, there's some twigs. That's perfect. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but also make a lever. That's how the rhyme goes, isn't it? Yeah, sure. Oops. Almost cobbled myself. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this on the cobblestone generator, right here. You don't need to worry too much because this won't change the direction of anything. But this goes down, we put a lever on it, and now if you want to turn the cobble machine off, we pull the lever, and the shaft stops. Amazing. So beautiful. Now we don't have to worry about cobblestone clogging up this belt. In fact, we'll take a stack or two out of here as well. So this can roll on down and fill up that chest. Very cool. So the schematic cannon, what do we need to build this? Well, it is very hungry on the iron. How much iron do we have? Enough? Ooh, it's going to be tight. No, we don't have enough. So we're looking pretty good. We've got wood. We've got the smooth stone. A dispenser is not hard to make. At least I don't think. Do I have any string? Silk fiber, flax, or some wool in the millstone. Oh, we could do that. We could make a millstone and get some string. And in fact, that's a good idea because millstones just all around come in really handy. They're a bit kind of basic as far as create stuff goes. We'll need some more andesite alloy. So shafts and wood become gears. Amazing, or cogwheels. I keep calling cogs gears, so I do apologize if that kind of confuses you at any point. But there we go, a millstone. Very simple. Now, I don't want to bother hooking this up to all our machines. So for now, what we're going to do is we're going to go very manual with this. I'm going to plug it in right here. We're going to put a gear down, a cogwheel, rather, like that, and that's connected, as you can see. And now we need a way to turn this, but like I said, I don't want to bother with the water wheels. That's a lot of automation, not really required for the millstone. This is the perfect chance to show you guys the hand crank. This is a great little piece of kit. Basically, it lets you just power machines manually, like with your own two hands, like a bicycle. Put it on top like that, right-click to go one direction, hold shift and right-click to go the other, but neither of them matter for the millstone, but that's an important distinction to remember. And so yeah, now we can put stuff into the millstone and it'll get ground up into whatever we make it into. So we've got some white wool in here, lovely stuff, and we're looking for string. So if I toss this into the millstone like this, it gets sucked up, boom, oh, is it full? Maybe, maybe not. Now we'll use an open hand and spin that crank, and you can see there's particle effects going on around the millstone. That's your clue that stuff is being worked on inside. Once those particles stop, it means the millstone has completed. So you want to just keep going with this until you see those particles vanish, like now. And that means we can right-click and get the goods. 5 string, perfect for what we need. Oh yeah, things are going really well. So we make this into a bow. Very simple, my dudes. Is that correct? Wait, that should be a bow. Oh no, it's the other way around. Right, yeah, of course. Boom, there we go, a bow. And so now, do we have the goods to make a dispenser? Yes, we do. So that's everything in the bag apart from the blocks of iron. Right, where are we going to get some iron from? Well, I don't want to go spelunking again, because that cave over there was super deadly. So I'm thinking maybe we could make ourselves a little bit of a strip mine. So my dudes, that's exactly what we're going to do. Now, a lot of people say, this is like a bit of like a myth, but one of the big things people say about making a mine is don't dig straight down. Now, I, for one, think that's absolutely rubbish. I think the best way to make a mine is to dig straight down, and anybody telling you otherwise is a fool. That's right. That's right, you're a fool. Dig straight down. It's so safe, it's so easy, so simple. You're never going to go in lava. Trust me. It never happens, not in real life. That stuff is only for music videos. So we're going to grab some oak out of here, make ourselves a bunch of ladders. Now if you want to play super safe with your digging straight down, what you can do is just stand in between 2 blocks and just dig them one by one like this. That way if you do kind of uncover like a big pit or lava, you can just stop digging and you won't fall. It's no worries. But yeah, digging straight down is so safe with this technique. Yeah, honestly. What kind of noob wouldn't dig straight down? I don't know. Major league noob. Now, if we're looking for iron, what's the best level for this? It always changes from modpack to modpack, but iron ore, it says, is found most commonly at Y234. That's the middle of the sky. There's no way we're going up there. Otherwise, it's mostly found at Y16. So that's what we're aiming for. We're at 40 at the moment, so we've got a little bit of a ways to go. Let's just speed things up. There we go, my dudes. This looks like Y16 to me. And so now we can just like start digging in a direction. Now, strip mining for iron is not efficient. Like, really what you want to be doing is going into caves and spelunking. But a look at the map shows us if we dig in that direction, the opposite direction. But the ladder's going to be here, so we'll go around where the ladder is. We'll put it down to remind us. Yeah, here we go. Oh, hello. No. No, back, my friend. Get back, you fool. You fiend. No, don't blow. Oh my god, there's two. Come here, you. There we go. Now, if we're lucky, we got some gunpowder from that dude, because gunpowder is the required resource for using the schematic cannon. Oh, no. Oh, he blew. Well, that's okay. So torches at the ready, my boys. Let's go digging for some good stuff. Oh, yeah. Gold. Exactly what I like to see. A fine resource indeed. Oh, man, I just love the way the redstone glows so brightly. It's very cool. Good stuff. But the real juice, what we're really down here for, is a little bit of iron. And, as luck would have it, it's frickin' everywhere. So, let's go get some. Go get that bread. Oh man, wow, yeah, look at this chasm. This is a pretty huge and amazing chasm. Ooh! Oh my god, these guys are the worst. Well, what do you know? It's our old friend Patrick the Goblin. How's it going, Patch? And again, yeah, he's got a sweet deal for us. Iron ore into iron nuggets, double ratio. Who needs ore doubling when you have Patrick? What a gem. What an all-star dude. Let's just make as much use of Patrick as we can before he goes away, because these guys won't hang around forever. They get kind of bored and vanish on you. There we go. Wow, 24 ingots. That's pretty good ratio. You also get some XP from trading with him. Did not know that. Ah, man, but this is a beautiful and big cave. We'll put down loads of torches so the next time we come down here, we aren't shanghaied by some random mobs that have just spawned. So, yeah. Torch it up, baby. Wow, yeah, what a chasm. What a chasm indeed. If we had some way to fly, oh man, look at all the ore we could pillage. There's so much of it. But this is enough for what we need. So let's get topside and build the schematic cannon. And boom, there we go. We have the schematic cannon. Now, the schematic cannon is all well and good, but how are we going to give the schematic cannon something to do? Well, now we need schematics and a schematics table. Just a couple of slabs and some smooth stone. Amazing stuff. Boom. And we'll put this right next to the schematic cannon over here for now. Right-click this, and here we go. You can basically put any schematic you want that you've downloaded from online into your schematics folder, and you'll have access to it here. And on the Create website, there's a whole bunch of schematics you can download for if you're feeling lazy or if you're feeling a bit confused and you want to build something really cool without designing it yourself. But what we want to do is create a schematic, which means we need a schematic and quill, which is a feather and an empty schematic, which is light blue dye and paper. So the paper, the light blue dye, now we have the empty schematic, combine this with a feather, and we've got the schematic and quill. We're almost ready to rock. Now, this is really cool, really powerful. You get this really cool kind of like blue box that is our overlay. So we want to use the schematic cannon to do our dirty work for us. It's going to do all of our digging. We're not going to give it a design yet. We're just going to have it dig a big old hole. So now we start on the cobblestone block like this, and we'll drag a big old area like that. We'll dig out some of this dirt so that it's a big empty schematic apart from that cobblestone. And there we go. Now we have like a big old cuboid with just one piece of cobblestone over here. Right click, and this is empty but one cob. There we go. Boom. Now we know exactly what this thing is. And so we come over here to the schematics table. So we'll go down to, here we go. Where is it? Empty but one cob. That's the schematic we want. Put this on our bar. Get it into position. Like this. There we go. There's the cobblestone. And now we can move this down so we've got a big old area to dig. Oh, wait. Looks like we got a piece of grass in there as well. That's a bit of a mistake. But again, grass is easy to get, so we can fix that, no worries. So there we go. This is a nice big area for the schematics cannon to dig out. So into here with the schematic we have. Is this going to be valid? Yeah, because there's a block in the schematic now, it's a valid schematic. Let's put this thing in motion. It's got the fuel of the gunpowder, it's got the cobblestone and the grass. Let's press go. Oh yeah, here we go. Now it's not shooting anything at the moment because it's actually just blowing up blocks. We can't see which blocks it's blowing up because they're hidden. So while we can't see what's actually going on, we know this thing is working because the cannon is firing. You can kind of see what it's doing as well because it points at wherever it's doing its operation. Oh yeah, look at this. So it started to dig out this area underneath. And this is really, really, really handy. You don't get the materials that the schematics cannon digs up, because here we go, the chest is empty. Now, ultimately, I know it would have been actually quicker for me to build the stone tools and dig out this area myself, rather than go through all the fuss of making a schematics cannon. But now we have the cannon, we can use this in future to help speed up how we're going to dig out giant areas. It's going to be really helpful for mass land clearance. There's no limit on how big you make the schematic for this thing to dig out. So in theory, we could carve out the entirety of the inside of a mountain using this. Now I know what you're thinking as well. We could also design a blueprint for mine colonies and have the builder dig things, but the problem with that is a builder takes a long time to dig, much longer than a schematics cannon, and also a builder needs tools, they need food, they're also probably going to be busy building the buildings we want them to build anyway. So all in all, I think for land clearance, the schematics cannon is a giant win. And here we go, a little time lapse of the schematics cannon in action. And there we go, the schematics cannon is complete. Now there's a bit of floating grass here, but one bash and all of the grass gets cleared out, because yeah, the grass doesn't like to be floating, and it kind of knows it shouldn't be. Okay, cool, so we have the bits we need to get land clearance done. Now let's think about the next building we want to build. So let's consider, we have the tavern where people sleep, and we get new colonists, great. The builder's hut is level 1, we could push that to 2, but I'm not going to do that yet. We've got the town hall, that just kind of speaks for itself. It's going to be fine at level 1, we don't need to touch that yet. And the warehouse has no need to be upgraded yet because there's nothing in it. So, we're going to have to build everything eventually. But I do think it's time to start expanding the area we can build. I want to plan out what we're going to be doing with this giant area over here. We've got a massive clearing over here, and these walls on the cliffs are amazing. But I can't build out here yet because the colony doesn't expand out this far. In fact, if we get the build tool, we can take a look and see exactly where the boundaries lie. Yeah, not very far out. So I think this episode, it's time to spread our boundaries a little bit and get some guard towers down. Guard towers are super simple to make, and it's good that we put down that millstone because we're going to need some more bows for this. But each craft gets you 2 guard towers, which is kind of Minecolonies' way of suggesting, hang on a sec bro, you're going to need quite a few of these buildings. So do you know what bro, that's what we're going to do. Let's get some more of this wool in the millstone and get cracking out these guard towers. So wood around the edge, the build tool at the top, a bow in the middle for 2, and then another bow, because I reckon we can probably make 4 guard towers. But the big question is, how expensive are the steampunk guard towers? I really do hope they haven't gone too crazy on the materials for this, because if they have, that will absolutely ruin us. Now I want to kind of do all of my player stuff over here. Let's get a bird's eye view so I can explain my thinking into how we're going to set out these districts. So all of this area to the right of my player house, this is kind of where I think I want to put all of my create machines. All of the custom factories that I build that are not Minecolonies related, I think should live over here. That way we don't need to worry about all of the colonists coming over here and not having any reason to be here. It's a nice big space, plenty to work with. But then as we come over here to the left of the house, you can see the valley really does expand into a huge space. Now it looks big right now, but let me tell you, this area will fill up so quickly with buildings, and before long, we'll realize there's just not that much room out here. So we're gonna have to be careful with how we use this space. But number one, we need to capture this space with the guard towers and expand these borders out. So guard tower number one, I think I want to plonk over here so I get lots more room to work with and expand out my player house. So we'll try and put one over here on the corner against the edge of the seawall. I think that's quite a good idea. Now don't forget, we could always expand over the river even over there if we run out of space over here. So military, steampunk, guard tower. Luckily there is a guard tower. Now there's a guard tower and a guard tower alt. We'll look at both of them. So this is guard tower number one. Actually, this is a really good looking building at level 1. Swivel it around, get it into position so it's nice and flush against our oak logs over there. Looking pretty good, yep. And this is level 1. And then at level 2, 3, 4, and 5, yeah, it doesn't go too crazy. They're also not very high, not very tall as far as guard towers go. So what is guard tower alt? Here we go. And again, this is almost identical. I don't know what the difference is. Yeah, do you know what? I cannot work out what the difference is between these guard towers. They look 100% identical, so I'm not quite sure. If you guys at home know what the difference is between guard tower and guard tower alt, please do let me know. But for now, we're going to stick with the regular guard tower. I don't want to mess with the alternative until I know what the difference is. And these will be fine, I think. So level 1, ready to rock. So what about the materials required? This is where things could get a bit crazy. At level 1, spruce stairs, stone pressure plates, dark oak doors, some round spruce plank pillars. Yeah, actually, you know what? This is very simple. We've got all of these bits. So what about guard tower number 2? If that one's over there like that, where are we going to put the next one? Well, we want to expand into this little clearing over here. So I reckon as far as we can over on the corner here is going to be ideal. Yeah, we've got a nice little space over here next to the warehouse. This could be the one. Very cool. So that's guard tower number 2 in position. Just make sure we raise it up so it's on the right level. Yeah, that looks good to me. Okay, let's pull the trigger on that. Very cool. And now the other 2 guard towers. So guard tower number 3 is going to live over here behind our player house. So we'll plonk it over here right next to the mountain. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. Make sure we're capturing as much space as we possibly can with this. Yeah, looks like we are. Okay, perfect. And that's the 3rd guard tower in position. So do you know what, my dudes? I reckon that's it. I could put down the 4th guard tower, but I can't think of a good place to put it yet. What we'll do is we'll save it. We'll hold on to it until these guard towers have pushed out the boundaries. Then we can get more bang for our buck and put it somewhere even better. Now, every single level of the guard tower increases how much it pushes the boundaries back, how much land we grab. So it is going to be worthwhile getting our builder's hut to level 2 pretty soon so we can get these guard towers to level 2. But these are in position. I'm going to go and grab the materials we need, get the builder sorted with all of those, and I'll join you guys in an hour or so for the time lapse. 4 buildings in 1 episode, that's got to be a new record, but it's about time we got some guard towers down. The first raid shouldn't trigger until we get a few more people in the colony, but it's essential that we're ready for when the barbarians or pirates come. So these guard towers are a top priority. Now I noticed a strange buzzing as I was filming the 2nd tower being built. And hey, who's this guy? Looks like a friendly hummingbird has stopped by to check on Ambriel's progress. Not exactly the meanest of taskmasters, but I reckon Ambriel felt the heat because this tower went up super quick. These guard towers and the ones from most styles are all built to be very easy to construct. And that's because you're always going to end up with tons of these by the end of your build. Now these towers are really going to help give us more space to build. The steampunk style requires a lot of space, especially for some of the later buildings that are pretty huge. Now, I'm not sure how it compares against Byzantine, but we're definitely starting off strong, and I can't wait to see how things progress. But now that these 3 towers are in position, let's get back in game. So there we go, my dudes, we have 3 brand spanking new guard towers, and that means we have 3 spots for 3 more dudes to join the colony as guards. So if I can find some bits and bobs to get the guys over there in the tavern recruited, I mean, I don't know who Trazine Infinitas is. I think that's like a Minecolonies donator and not one of our dudes, because yeah, that's a weird looking helmet. If I can get some baked potatoes, some sunflowers maybe, or other bits and bobs that the colonists need to join the colony, we can get 3 more knights. And now that we've mastered the schematic cannon, I'm going to do a bit of decorating between now and next episode, get this area looking all nice. And what I'm also going to do is start moving all of these create machines into the workshop. So next episode we can go inside there and I can show you how the whole thing works. But it's very exciting, can't wait to do that. As always, a massive thank you for watching, and a huge thank you to all of you guys who are Patreon and YouTube members. You guys really are my favorite people in the world. And if you have any ideas at all about what our next building should be, because we've got guard towers now, do let me know. I'm thinking either restaurant or production, because our guys need food, but we also need materials. So until next time, my dudes, take care.